This is a very interesting and unusual hip flask. We've had plenty of hip flasks before, and in fact, as you can see, we've got a number in stock now. But this one is probably one of the most interesting. It was painted in 1881 by Joseph Hall, and he's the first of three names that are associated with this hip flask. Joseph Hall was from Warncliffe Chambers, Bank Street, Sheffield, and his name is stamped on the back there. In fact, it says Hall Patent. And the idea of the flask was that you wouldn't need a cup with it. And to do that, you had to prevent too much liquid flowing out of the flask at one stage, because you're not going to pour it into a cup. And so he made a barrier on the neck here and a little cup at the end to receive the liquid that he poured, so that you could take a shot out of it like that. You wouldn't want too much in one mouthful, because it's probably going to be brandy or whiskey in there, so that would be just enough. And in fact, to illustrate it better, we've got a copy of his patent here, and hopefully you can see on the drawing here on the neck there's a barrier there to prevent the liquid flowing too fast, causing spillage, getting it all over your nice tweed jacket. So that's the first name associated with the flask. The second is James Dixon and Sons, who are also of Sheffield. And Dixon's very well-known name, prolific makers of flasks, as well as a number of other items. And they made this in electroplated Britannia metal. It's stamped on the back EPBM to show exactly what sort of material it is. Now, Dixon made a point of letting everyone know that they used Britannia metal rather than pewter. Britannia metal was considered a far superior metal than pewter, although it had very similar qualities. And of course, with Joseph Hall being from Sheffield and Dixon, that was a very easy tie-up for the two of them to work together. So those are two names associated with it. The third name is the retailer, and that's also stamped on the back there, on the back of the cup of a flask, in a circle, Walter Thronhill and Co. And they were a very well established, high quality retailer of goods at 144 New Bond Street, London. If you were buying something from Walter Thronhill, you knew it was going to be very good quality, and you'd have to pay for it as well. At the time, this design was very, very successful, and lots of these flasks were sold. Today, not many of them appear on the market. It's a very interesting design, very practical, still very, very usable, and you can read more about it and the makers on our website.